Hello, everyone. Happy 2020, year of perfect vision. So excited. First week of the year. Just got a little sexual soapbox for you. No rant today. Just a gentle reminder. Something that I have had to tell almost every single sexual partner I've ever had, which in my case is so predominantly just dudes. Not saying this is necessarily for hashtag all men, but I've got a pretty large sample size, so maybe perk yours up a little bit. Also, may definitely be applicable to folks of all genders. In fact, probably, I'm going to go ahead and say. So, really simple. Slow down. Like, actually, in terms of tempo. I'm not even talking about, like, in terms of how quickly we're moving from, like, flirting to kissing or kissing to foreplay or foreplay to oral or oral to whatever, mix and match the order of operations that you like to get into. I'm literally talking about in the actual doing. Slow down. However slow you think you're going, I'm going to say go ahead and go like a full beat slower, because I have found it to be a pretty common experience to vocalize that, whoa, 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 slow down. And then a full, 45 seconds later, needing to reiterate again. And I know that I think sometimes it's just like a little, Energizer Bunny syndrome that maybe takes over. But truly, just like try, mindfulness for 2020. You know how we're all like bringing attention to like our breathing or how much we're hydrating or whatever. When you're fucking, slow down. Just slow down. And before you get all up in arms, I'm not saying that, a quick, fast-paced tempo is never appropriate, never desirable, and it might even be something that someone's totally into. What I am saying, though, is I think it's best practice to at least start off slow, because if you think about it, we've already, as a culture, eroticized telling someone, harder, faster, more. Whereas asking someone, especially needing to ask repeatedly, less, stop, slow down, whoa, that's not super eroticized. And while it's a completely valid boundary to set, and plenty of people feel comfortable with that boundary, in my experience, it doesn't feel particularly sexy, and that can in and of itself create a little bit of anxiety, right? Whereas if you start slow, one, you're laying a really great foundation for some very nice foreplay and like, ooh, maybe I am going to want you to like go hard, go fast, go at it, yeah? But if you just fucking start off that way, and I'm not even just talking about like penetrative fucking, I'm saying for everything, just like take a breath, slow down, appreciate the body that's in front of you. Let them tell you if the tempo is like, cool, we can ramp things up now. I feel like in some ways it's kind of like the opposite of like in acting, they say, always better to go too big and have a director tell you like, pull it back. Sex is like the opposite of that, at least in my opinion, right? At least at the beginning, don't make me constantly be telling you to like pull back. That just feels uncomfortable. Make me ask you for more, right? Or get me to that point. That's way more exciting. Also, really important caveat to this, speed does not equal enthusiasm. Okay? So meaning, I'm not saying like pull back on enthusiasm. I'm saying pull back on literal speed. Speed of how you're moving your tongue, of how you're moving your fingers, of how you're moving your cock, whatever it is. Just like slow that down a little bit. Keep the intensity at like level wherever you've already got it. That's welcome. You can be enthusiastically like lingering and sensual and slow. Speed does not equal enthusiasm, and I think sometimes like that's a mistake that gets made. All right? It's just like breathe into it a little bit. And hey, you want to go fast? Maybe your partner does too. Not saying that's never going to be on the menu. If you're really dubious about what I'm saying, best case scenario is always just check in. Does this tempo work for you? All right? Because nothing is more frustrating than having to repeatedly reiterate, that's a little too much, that's a little too fast, that's a little too hard, please slow down, please slow down. All right? Easy breezy. Let's enter 2020, at least in our sexual and erotic selves, in like a calm place, a place of like slow, sensual indulgence. All right? Okay. Happy 2020.